Well, today is the last day before Holy Week. This means that everything is kind of coming to a head. It's the end of the first week of Passiontide, and we've started to focus more on the impending passion, the suffering and death of Jesus. One of the things that we see in our readings is that we really start to see the Jewish leaders, the scribes, and the Pharisees at odds with Jesus. And of course, he does things that would stir things up, like running the money changers out of the temple and claiming to be God, taking the divine name for himself. So these are all things that Jesus has the right to do and are true, but it forces the issue that he really is God. He is claiming to be God. He is the Messiah, and the Jewish leaders don't buy it. At least most of them don't. We think of Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. Some of the leaders do, but for the large part, they don't. And as we end this first week of Passiontide and enter Holy Week, our gospel today from Mass is one of those that makes me kind of scratch my head a little bit. Because here's the deal. Jesus is going around and he's working all these incredible miracles. He's doing this amazing stuff that, well, only God can do. And so we see today the Jewish leaders confronted with it. It says, so the chief priest and the Pharisees convened the Sanhedrin, which is the whole like Congress, as it were, of Jewish leaders. And they said, what are we going to do? Isn't that the question? You've got Jesus doing stuff only God can do. And people are believing in him. But what are we going to do, the Jewish leaders say. And they say it, they write out, this man is performing many signs. If we leave him alone, all will believe in him. He's doing signs that only God can do. So that's a problem because everyone's going to believe that he's God, which he is. And so that's a problem. Why? Well, of course, they're not thinking right, and so they're thinking in earthly terms. And it says, if we leave him alone, all will believe in him, and the Romans will come and will take away both our land and our nation. So notice their concerns. Like, dang it, we've got this guy who's working all these miracles. I mean, it really looks like he's God, and well, we can't have that. So we might lose our land, and the Romans might come. Okay, if the Messiah has come and God is in your midst, do you not think that he's capable of giving you something even better than the just little bit of the Holy Land? And that the whole reason you were a people in the first place was to prepare for the coming of the Messiah. But they've shifted their focus so much to focus on the earthly things that they miss God right in front of them. And they actually think that it is a problem that it is so obvious that he is God. He's doing all these miracles that only God can do. And they're like, well, this is a problem. People are going to believe in him. Why don't you believe in him? That's always my hang up with this. If it's so obvious that everyone will believe in him, why not you? Well, then famously Caiaphas, that great antagonist that we will see in the upcoming Passion readings this week. Caiaphas, the high priest, says, you know nothing. Okay, well, they are being a little stupid, but he's even worse. He's like, don't you know that it is better for you that one man should die instead of the people, so that the whole nation may not perish? He's basically saying, yeah, Jesus is doing all this great stuff and hasn't really done anything wrong, but, you know, it's causing trouble, so it's better that we just kill him, rather than create trouble for everybody. This kind of utilitarian, like, if we kill one person, even if he's the Messiah, in the long run, it'll go better for us. Let's set aside that calculus for a moment, that how could that possibly work out? It's just wrong to think that somehow let's kill someone so that good will come of it. No, that's terrible logic. God tells us don't do that. Thou shalt not kill. And here is the high priest saying, you know what? Let's kill this one guy and maybe it'll go better for more people in the long run. However, here's the deal. God works through everything, even their evil intentions. They are so messed up that they're persecuting Jesus. They're going after him. They're actually going to try to kill him. The scriptures tell us today that Caiaphas, he does not say this on his own, but since he was high priest for that year, he prophesied that Jesus was going to die for the nation. And not only for the nation, but also to gather into one the dispersed children of God. How about that? The plan of Caiaphas? Let's kill one to save the many. That's exactly what Jesus does. It is, in fact, better that one die to save the many. And that's what Jesus does. He is God, and he dies. One person to atone for the sins of the whole world. And so notice it says that Caiaphas, because he was high priest, because he had authority that came from God, in other words, because God's Spirit was upon him, even though he has evil intent, let's kill Jesus so it will go better for us, he prophesied correctly that one man would in fact die for the sake of the entire nation. The spirit of prophecy was on Caiaphas, even though he intended evil, God intended good, and he actually brought good out of it. Their conclusion? So from that day on, they planned to kill him. And we know that they do. But God's plans are always bigger. He works through all this. Yes, it was bad. Yes, it was evil that they tried to kill Jesus. But through it, through the worst thing that ever happened, God brought the greatest good that has ever happened. So as we prepare to enter Holy Week, let that be our thoughts today. What's gone wrong in your life? Where has evil come about? Where have people tried to do you in? Where have things gone bad? Well, God is always greater than that. And so he will bring good even out of the worst things that would happen. That's what we're about to see this week. But let's not be the crazy ones who oppose Jesus. If he's really doing so many great things that all will believe in him, well, let's be one of those who believe and not one of the people who look stupid trying to persecute the Messiah because he's doing too many miracles. God brings all for good. I hope you see that today and this week. And God bless you.